Megalodon, history's biggest apex predator. It has gained worldwide recognition, from Hollywood to books to video games. But what about the other prehistoric sharks out there? Don't they deserve some attention too? Well, if pop culture won't give them any attention, then I will. In honor of Shark Week, here are 18 prehistoric sharks that are not Megalodon. Number 18. Megalodon. Now this is a fairly new shark, as it was discovered in January 2019. It was found in South Dakota, in the same exhibition site right where Sue the T-Rex was found. Megalodon is an extinct relative of carpet sharks, the same group that nurse sharks and whoopie belong in, and it earned its name because of the teeth happen to resemble the ships from the 1980s arcade game Galaga. Number 17. Diablodontus. Well, the devil never went down to Georgia, but to Flagstaff, Arizona as a shark. Diablodontus was similar to a zebra shark, another carpet shark on this list. It had two spikes, one near its dorsal fin and one near its pectoral fin. The purpose of these spikes are unknown. They could have been used for self-defense or mating rights. Like Megalodon, Diablodontus earned its name because the teeth look similar to that of a devil's horns. Number 16. The Carcharodon bunch. Like Tyrannosaurus rex, Megalodon is the most well-known member of the group Carcharodon. But like the Tyrannosaurus, there's more members of the Carcharodon group. The members are Carcharodon angustidens, Carcharodon auriculatus, Carcharodon tribentius. These sharks lived before Megalodon came into the Mesozoic waters. The first of these sharks is Carcharodon auriculatus. It appeared during the late Eocene. Then, Carcharodon angustidens. It appeared around during the early Augustine. And finally, Carcharodon tribentius, which appeared during the Augustine epoch. Now, out of all these sharks, Carcharodon angustidens is the closest relative to Megalodon. Number 15. Cretolona. A few months ago, I made a video about ancestors of everyone's favorite prehistoric animals. One of the animals on the list was this shark. Although Carcharodon angustidens is a close relative of Megalodon, Cretolona is the ancestor of the Carcharodon family. It made its first appearance during the late Cretaceous period. It was able to survive the KC extinction event and died out during the early Eocene epoch. Other than great whites, did you know that Cretolona is also the ancestor of goblin sharks too? Number 14. Scapinorhynchus. And speaking of goblin sharks, Scapinorhynchus might look like a modern day goblin shark, but with one different detail. Scapinorhynchus had an elongated, flattened snout, hence why the name means spaded snout. Scapinorhynchus might have had a similar lifestyle like a goblin shark, since they do have similar teeth, which goblin sharks use to rip and tear their prey apart. Number 13. Eniopteryx. Okay, for any of you Selachophobian fans out there, that's a person who's afraid of sharks, what's worse than a shark in the water? How about a flying shark? No! Hey, run! I get you! It's the other way! But all jokes aside, there really was a prehistoric flying shark, but thankfully, most experts think that Eniopteryx could have been the same size as a parrot or a house cat. It lived during the late Carboniferous period, and would have had a similar lifestyle to a flying fish, and belonged to a group called the Chimeras, or redfish. The name in Eniopteryx means nape wing, which is a reference to the back of your neck. Number 12. Onchopriestes. I might have mentioned this guy in my video of underrated marine predators, but since sawfish are in the shark family, it'd be wrong to leave this guy out of the video. As I said before, Onchopriestes is a giant sawfish, and modern day sawfish are pretty docile towards humans, so Onchopriestes could mean us no harm. It might have used its 8-foot long rostrum and riverbeds to find and draw out prey thanks to the electroreceptors it might have had in the rostrum. Kinda like how their modern day descendants do today. Number 11. Otodus. This is the first shark to appear in the Cenozoic era, as fossils of this shark can be dated back to the early Paleocene epoch. Plus, fossils of Otodus can be found worldwide, from the Potomac River in Maryland to Belgium to western Kazakhstan. While Otodus is bigger compared to modern day great white sharks, it wasn't the largest predator at its time. It fell prey to Basilosaurus, aka the king lizard. Did you know that Otodus' name means ear tooth because the teeth happen to see the same shape like the inside of our ears. Number 10. Falcotus. This tiny shark was found in Montana, the last place you expect to find a shark. But then again, Falcotus lived during the Carboniferous period, so things were different back then. Falcotus is known for its odd-looking forward-bending spine over its head, but some experts think that only males of the species had the spine. As part of sexual dimorphism, the purpose of the spine is unknown, but some experts think that the spine was used for mating rights, while others think the spine was used for self-defense. Whatever the purpose is, we'll never know for now. Number 9. Stephacanthus. Before I begin, I would like to tell you all that Chase by Sea Monsters has lied to you. Stephacanthus was nowhere near the size of a bull or tiger shark. It was around 2 feet long. Now that's out of the way, let's continue with the video. Stephacanthus is known for its bizarre shaped dorsal fin, which some experts think that it's the same shape as an iron board, and 2 pectoral fin whips, which males are said to have only. On the top of the dorsal fin are some spikes, and like Falcotus, some experts think that the dorsal fin was used for mating rights or self-defense. The pectoral whips, on the other hand, are unknown. They could have been used for whips during mating season, and not like that, you pervs. Number 8. Hybotus. While not as big or as well known as any other shark on this list, Hybotus did have a longer historical range than any other shark. First appeared around the late Permian period and went extinct around the late Cretaceous period. It even lived longer than Megalodon by 2 more million years. During its time, Hybotus lived along with bigger and far more dangerous predators like Simospondylus, Prehistoric, and Tylosaurus. Hybotus had a few spikes on him, 2 above its eyes and 1 next to each dorsal fin. The purpose of these spikes is that the odds are for self-defense. Number 7. Squalicorax. This shark lived in the late Cretaceous period and was one of the few predators that lived in the Great Western Interior Seaway. Fair warning, there will be a lot of sharks from the Great Western Interior Seaway on this list. Fossils of Squalicorax can be found worldwide, from Morocco, Kansas, to New Zealand, to France, to the Czech Republic, to the Netherlands, to Japan, Wyoming, Madagascar, South Dakota, Canada, and even Russia. Unlike most sharks, Squalicorax had flat, heart-shaped teeth, or it depends where you find them, the teeth come in various shapes. The interesting thing about Squalicorax is that a tooth was found on a foot bone of a hadrosaur. How the teeth got there is that the dino had died on land and the body got washed up in the water. Number 6. Tygotus. This shark is in the same family as Hybotus, but it outweighs its smaller cousin by 27 feet. Tygotus had the same characteristic as any other Hybodon, but with one slight difference. Tygotus has folded layer teeth. The purpose of these teeth are for crushing hard-shell prey like crustacean, mollusk, and ammonites. Its main prey were the giant mollusk Platyceratops and the giant ammonite Parapuzocia sependarensis. Despite its diet, Tygotus was one of the top predators of the Western Interior Seaway, but it was more of a bottom-dwelling predator, like modern-day carpet sharks. Number 5. Orthocanthus. Now this strange-looking shark belongs to a group called the Xenocanthids, or the eel sharks. They're called that because of their eel-like bodies, which help them swim through branches and crevices, and Orthocanthus is the largest member of the group. Unlike most sharks on this list, Orthocanthus and its relatives are freshwater sharks. Thus, they had 2 prone teeth that helped them rip and tear prey. Like all Xenocanthids, Orthocanthus had a spike coming out of its head, which was used to defend itself against other predators like Chineria, Rhizodus, and some large amphibian tetrapods. Did you know that these sharks are cannibalistic? Teeth of juvenile Orthocanthus can be found in the corporalites of adults. Number 4. Editus. Commonly called the scissor-tooth shark because of the obvious sharp teeth in the mouth, the purpose of these teeth is somewhat unknown, but some experts think that Editus had used its teeth to stun or cripple its prey in a vertical slash. But I think that Editus could have used its teeth like a goblin shark to reach out and grab its prey. As for the prey Editus ate, odds are it's probably belemnites and other sharks. Editus can be found in North America, England, and Russia. Number 3. Cladocellaceae. Now this shark may not look like much, but believe it or not, Cladocellaceae is actually the very first shark to appear on the planet. It had many same characteristics that many sharks of today have, minus the claspers of course. Cladiolesci also like scales, except are on the eyes, mouth, and fins, and it had a powerful tail to chase smaller prey like predator fish or to escape bigger predators like Dunkleosteus. The first fossils of this shark was so well preserved, experts saw skin, muscle fibers, and internal organs. Number 2. Helicoprion. Now this is perhaps the most well-known prehistoric shark, next to Megalodon of course. Helicoprion is known for its buzzsaw teeth whorl, which were used to cut through boneless prey like other sharks and cephalopods. But when the whorl was first discovered, it was mistaken for an ammonite shell. But in 1899, Russian paleontologist Alexander Korbenitzky had identified them as teeth, and until 2013, many experts wondered where the teeth belonged, what is the purpose, and what did Helicoprion actually look like. But thanks to a CAT scan in 2013, the answers were finally revealed and the mystery was solved. Number 1. Critoxyrhina. Now you might be wondering, why did I put this shark as number 1 and not the others? It's true that Cladiolesci is the first shark, but it was more prey than predator. Helicoprion might be a well-known shark, but its diet was very limited. Critoxyrhina was both a top predator and had a variety of creatures to eat, including its competition. Critoxyrhina had to share waters with Elasmosaurus, Zygfantinus, Squalocorax, Critolomna, and Tylosaurus. As for what it ate, other than its competition, Critoxyrhina ate turtles, Hesperornis, pterosaurs, and dinosaur carcasses that happened to wash in the ocean. Did you know that Critoxyrhina is also called the Ginsu shark because of its teeth supposed to be sharp as a Ginsu knife? So, congratulations Critoxyrhina for being a number 1 shark that isn't Megalodon.